Amrabat man. Amrabat man. Amrabat man. Amrabat man. Get in there, my son. What's going on, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little stream for you lads and lasses. We're back for the afternoon transfer news and latest goings on, of which there is actually loads. Get in there, my son. Come on, United. Let's go. Doing bits on the final day of the deadline day here. You know, obviously still lots to do. But we're going to cover all the latest news here today, guys. Thank you very much for joining us for the afternoon show, you bunch of legends. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for getting in here and joining us live. We've got plenty to discuss, and we will be covering it over the next hour or so. So get involved. Have your say throughout the show, of course. It's an interactive show. Make sure you give this stream a cheeky little share around somewhere as well. Get yourself sharing it on social media. The link is at the top of the live chat. If you want to give us a cheeky little retweet, please do. Also, make sure you do smash the like at the start of this video. Give us a massive thumbs up on it if you haven't done so. That will help this channel out big time. So drop a cheeky little like. Let's see if we can get 100 likes on this stream just like that. And get yourself in there raw and say hello in the live chat as well. Hello to everybody who's in here. Let's take a little look and see who we've got. Sin Games. Wonton Doodle, big up yourself, mate, for the great thumbnails. Check out his channel in the description, guys. Absolute hero. How you doing, Mr. Wonton? Johnny M, Nath Alanazi, Jim Watkins, Account CP, John Boy, Scoojo, Gungshi, what's going on? Diang Sham, Hashim, Danny, Sing Games, oh yes indeed, Duke of Rodtown, Thugger, Johnny, Travis, Rob. Get in there, my son. Come on. We've done it, guys. We've only gone and signed him. Sofyan Amrabat is a red. Fucking hallelujah. 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 It's happened, guys. It's happened. Didn't know, wasn't sure if this was actually going to materialise. It has materialised. It's beautiful, guys. Get in there, my son. Finally, we have done the business for Sofyan Amrabat. It's a thing of beauty. As you can see over here, guys, Fabrizio Romano with the old cheeky, here we go, going in there raw, suggesting that this is obviously, it's done. It's a done deal, guys. He says, here we go. It's got the here we go from Fabrizio. It's the done and dusted situation. Man United have got our man. It's taken all summer long, but finally we've got our man. It's one of the longest drawn out sagas since the Frankie de Jong guff, but we've managed to get our man in the end. So very, very happy about that, guys. You know, very happy indeed. Look, to be honest, it should have come a long time ago. We should have been capable of getting this deal done a long, long time ago. But as it is, it's better late than never, I suppose. So you've just got to be happy that United have improved our midfield there. We are obviously struggling in that position with sharp merchants like Shotty Shotbag, McTominay in there, etc. And so let's cover the latest news anyway, guys, and give you the latest updates. So Fabrizio Romano has given us the here we go. And it says, Sofyan Amrabat, new Manchester United player, as revealed earlier. Here we go, confirmed. Man United loan deal on €10 million fee, plus a buy clause for June 2024, worth $20 million, plus $5 million in add-ons if Man United wants Sofyan to stay on long term. On his way to Manchester shortly. We've absolutely bent them over here, haven't we? We have totally bent over Fiorentina here, guys. Crikey. This deal is outrageous. So there were reports that maybe other teams were interested in bringing him in on a permanent basis. Manchester United have got him on a loan basis right now. Obviously, there is a clause to buy him for 20 million plus 5 million in add-ons at the end of the season, right? But crikey, I mean, they've not got very much money up front for this guy, have they, Fiorentina? They have been stitched up royally. Man United have been able to get this done on a loan to buy option with 10 million euros up front. I mean, how skint are Man United, guys? That's one thing I just want to reiterate here is bloody hell. Okay, it's good that we've got our man. It's fantastic we've got our signing here, and he is obviously going to be a good player for us. But bloody hell, goes to show you how skint Manchester United are that we have to do these types of deals. But I guess from our perspective, it's a cracking piece of negotiation, to be honest. We've got the guy up front. We've only had to pay 10 million of his fee so far. Obviously, we will be paying that later on to complete the deal. What seems about 30 million euros plus 5 million euros in add-ons. So a possible maximum amount of money spent on Sofyan Amrabat of 35 million euros. It's a steal. It's a deal. It's the sale of the freaking century. I mean, it's a good piece of business by Man United when you consider all these other teams like Arsenal, Holland buying Declan Rice for 105 mil, Caicedo going to Chelsea for 110 mil, and we've gone and got Sofyan Amrabat for 35 million euros, and only having to pay 10 million euros up front. It is actually a cracking piece of transfer negotiation for Man United, to be fair. I guess we had Fiorentina bent over in a way, because they obviously had to get rid of this guy, otherwise they were stuck with him. So it's pretty exceptional piece of business. It's a strange one. 10 million fee up front, plus a buy clause for June 2024, worth 20 million euros, plus 5 million euros in add-on. So a great piece of business for us. It is a wicked piece of business. Not a lot of money overall, and only having to pay a small amount of that up front as well. But it does goes to show you where Manchester United are at as a club. Properly skint, aren't we? We're properly skint. But that is cracking, guys. Obviously, right now, at the moment, he is on his way to Manchester to undergo his medical, guys. That is taking place as of right now. Very, very excited about that. Very much can't wait to see him unveiled as a United player, because it has been a long time coming. And you're right, Danny B. It works around FFP also. Absolutely spot on. So right. So if we just go into the medical information, Fab reporting that the medical is basically going to be undergoing this afternoon. So Fab says that Sofyan Amrabat is on his way in order to undergo medical tests as a new Manchester United player after an agreement reached. The deal sealed between the clubs, more to follow. So yes, he is going for his medical right now, folks. Get in there, you beauty. Great player, this one. You know, technically fantastic. We've gone over his stats the other day. Very impressive for Fiorentina and Serie A. Very impressive passing stats, even defensive stats. Certainly looks like he would be a good player for that midfield. Somebody who can control the midfield with his passing ability. Somebody who can play alongside Casemiro or instead of Casemiro as well. Fantastic piece of business for Manchester United in general. Lots of outlets reporting it's done, obviously. We don't need to worry too much about that, as you can see here. So we've got a report here that says that the full agreement reached between Fiorentina and Manchester United for Sofyan Amrabat is a loan with an option to buy, obviously. At the moment, there is a private jet that left Florence, so we've got reports on that. He should be at United very soon. There is a private jet booked from Florence to arrive at Manchester Airport this afternoon, which might be scheduled to take Sofyan Amrabat to England ahead of the signing. So he will be travelling in to complete his medical, guys. That should be later on this afternoon. Absolutely sensational stuff. You know, can't actually wait to see it. So he should be pictured arriving at the airport, or certainly on his way to Carrington to conduct his medical very, very soon. And in the end, it's a very cheap amount of money that Manchester United have had to pay. Fantastic news, guys. Get in there, my son. So we'll ask the live chat very quickly to rate this signing out of 10. Rate this signing out of 10, guys, based on the amount we're paying up front, based on the overall picture of the deal, which we've seen from Fabrizio, consists of 10 million euros up front, 20 million down the line, and 5 million in add-ons, and the sort of player that we're getting. Give us a rating out of 10. Honestly, I'm going to have to give this a high rating, guys. I do think it's a cracking piece of business for Manchester United. I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. The only reason I'm giving it any sort of markings down is because this should have happened a long time ago. It's deadline day. It's a little bit gash. But the actual amount of money we're paying for this guy and the type of player he is that we're getting, it's a fantastic player for a fantastic amount of money. So it is a good piece of business, no doubt. I mean, it makes a mockery of that Mason Mount signing, doesn't it? 10 out of 10 says King of Mints and Dave Grant. VJ's giving it an 8 as well. Tafiso says 10. Nathan says 7. FIFA Don's going for 10 as well. 5 says J United. That's a little bit harsh, isn't it? Oh, okay, Gungshi. Sorry, mate. Let me go back and have a look at that. Thank you for letting us know, mate. Palmarius, you're a legend, mate. Oh, yes, there it is. Sorry I missed that, bro. He's got in here with a member comment, bro. Thank you for being a member for 28 months, bro. He says, massive respect to Amrabat for pushing and forcing this move. Already showing more desire for the badge than a lot of melters at the club. Well said, Palmarius. Thanks for being a member for 28 months, by the way, my friend. Much love to you, Mr. Palmarius. Get a hashtag 28 in there for the lad. Well said, bud. Well said. You're absolutely spot on. So the understanding is that Sofyan Amrabat was obviously very much keen on joining Manchester United. Look at this, obviously, via David Ornstein, that says that Sofyan Amrabat was always keen on a move to Manchester United with a permanent deal impossible because of United's financial fair play situation. I mean, that's an absolute shambles, by the way, that whole financial fair play situation. How is United so shackled in this? I don't know. We shouldn't be, but apparently we are. It's often, I think, mostly down to Glazer shithouses. But look, obviously you're right though, Palmarius. Sofyan wants to be a Manchester United player. There was offers from other clubs. He could have left and gone elsewhere from Fiorentina a heck of a lot earlier on, but he's elected to join Manchester United and wait and be patient for the entirety of the summer, when there was a certain level of instability about whether or not we'd actually get the deal done in the end. So fair play to him. He clearly does want to be a United player, which I love as well. And he wants to, you know, play for Ten Hag and for Manchester United. And like you say, showing a lot of desire to play for United, more so than a lot of melters at the football club already here. So very well said, lad. Thank you very much for that. That is something that we have to be grateful for. We want players here who want to play for Manchester United. That's what I really like about him. He's prepared to wait and be patient and not have his head turned from other clubs that were interested in him. Loads of different teams going in for him. But no, he's been patient for United to come in and do that business. So goes to show you the sort of mentality he has and his desire to play for United. Get in there, my son. Those are the sorts of players that we want, lad. Spot on. By the way, we got 70 likes on this stream. 214 legends watching this afternoon. You what? Only 70 likes? Smash that like button if you're just getting in here, everyone. Give us a massive thumbs up on the stream. Let's get this sucker to 100 likes. This is the done deal Sofyan Amrabat transfer news, my friends. It doesn't get any bigger than this on deadline day, guys. We're going in there raw. Do us a favour and share this around. Smash the like on it. Give us a boost up there on the YouTube algorithm. You know it makes sense. Thank you so much. Also, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Look at that. We're approaching 74,000 subscribers. So do hit the sub up if you're new to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. It's free to subscribe. You can get in there in the live chat and have your say once you're subscribed as well. And we cover all the latest United news in a no bullshit fashion. So get in there raw. Thank you so much. Hey, we've got a comment here from John. He says, Man City get Nunes, you get Amrabat. What are you laughing for there, bud? What are you laughing for? Amrabat's a great signing, to be fair. He's cheap. Don't know why you're laughing really there, John, lad. He's a cheap, good signing. Nothing wrong with him. In fact, in terms of value for money, it's harder to get better value for money than Amrabat, to be honest. Amrabat is a great player for the amount of money we're paying. 10 million euros up front, 20 million down the line, 5 million add-ons. That's a mockery of a deal for Fiorentina. We've mugged them right off. We've literally stolen Sofyan Amrabat off of them for hardly anything, mate. It's a great piece of business by United, lad. Sofyan, I think, is going to surprise a few people. You know, like City scummers like this guy, John, who thinks that he's not all that. I think he's going to be a great player for Manchester United. He's in his prime, approaching his best years. Technicality-wise, seems like the sort of player that Manchester United needs. Somebody who can spread those passes. Somebody who's got a brilliant forward vision as well and can just get the play going. Great short passing, great long passing, great vision. All those sorts of things that we are sort of lacking from the likes of Scott McTominay, Fred, these guys that have melted so long at the football club. Sofyan Amrabat has that in spades. He's going to be a fucking decent signing, my son. You can hate if you want, seeing as you're an absolute dirtbag. But do you know what I really like? Speaking of Scott McTominay, you know what I really like about this Sofyan Amrabat signing as well? Is that it does increase the likelihood that perhaps we do see some sort of deal taking place for Scott McTominay in the final day of transfer dealings today. It's unlikely. I mean, let's ask the live chat, guys. Do you think Scott McTominay will stay or go? Out of all the players that we could possibly sell now, it looks like maybe he could go, but it is still quite unlikely. But check this out. So there is a report here, and I agree with this report, really, that says that if, obviously, due to Manchester United signing Sofyan Amrabat, Scott McTominay will be informed that there's limited to no minutes for him this year and is very much open to departing. So if he wants to play regular football, he cannot be guaranteed that with Sofyan Amrabat coming in now, because you would think that there's going to be at least 4 or 5 players, probably 5 players ahead of Scott McTominay minimum. You're talking Eriksen, Amrabat, Casemiro, Bruno, Mount, all 100% ahead of Scott McTominay, even Kobbie Mainoo once he's back fit as well. So when you factor that in, it's down to what Scott McTominay wants. Does he just want to be a bit part player at Manchester United and barely play? Or does he want to go somewhere and play regular football? There may well be interest from clubs like Fulham. So, you know, we do have to consider that perhaps Scott McTominay might be able to leave before the end of the window. If he's decided that he doesn't want to be here because of the lack of game time, and if there's an offer from a football club, I could see it happening, but most people in the live chat don't think so. Stay, says Francois, Rob and Gugshi and Dimmy say stay. Superstar says stay because it's too late. It's never too late, my friend. It's never too late. Stay, says Jim and Robbie. Go, says James and David. Stay on the bench, says King Boomy. Stay, we need him. I don't think we do need him, really, Jay. To be honest, I guess as a 6th or 7th choice midfield backup, I suppose we need him. But as I've said, I mean, there's certainly lots of players like Ericsson, Amrabat, Mount, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, even Kobe Mainoo, that could all potentially be ahead of Scotty, Shotty, McColostomy Bag, McTominay, right? Which means that we don't really need him. I think it would be obviously nice to have some extra depth in there, but if there's a good offer that comes in, i.e. £30 million for Shotty, McColostomy Bag, surely it would be great to accept that, get that money. Maybe we could even go and sign a cheeky number 9 before deadline shuts. Obviously, I doubt it. It looks like we're signing 3 players on deadline day, though, guys. So, you know, it's not just Sofyan Amrabat that has been wrapped up. Obviously, we know that we've already wrapped up 2 other players. So it does look like we've got 3 minimum signing on deadline day. So, as we can see from this report, and obviously you don't need a report for this to be the case, but Sofyan Amrabat coming to Manchester United. Also, of course, Sergio Reguilon is a Manchester United player right now. He is a United player and he's going to be playing for us and he's training with us. Altay Bayanda has also joined Manchester United today also. So 3 players to come in. 3 players have signed for us on deadline day. Will there be anybody more? Let's ask the live chat there, guys. How many more signings beyond Sofyan, Bayanda and Reguilon will Manchester United make before deadline? How many more signings? Get in the chat and say. It's a none from me, Carol. I'm going to say 0. Ruthless Sausage says none. Yeah, of course. John says no money. It's all gone, isn't it? That's why we can't get any deals done like up front for Sofyan. We've had to give him a fee up front and then an obligation to buy later on. Amrabat will help relieve the pressure on Casemiro. Certainly, indeed, Gungshi. It's a great piece of business from United there, really, for that reason. Account says 0-0. Todibo and a striker. AB, you are super ambitious, mate. You are super optimistic, I should say. Yeah. Well, look, I hope so. That's what we really need. That's what we should have gone and got, AB, is a defender and a striker, as well as what we've already brought in. You're spot on, 100% right. Chris Obiora says Todibo and a striker, please. That's exactly what we should do. But judging by the sort of structure of this Sofyan Amrabat deal and the other signings that we've made and how we've made them, i.e. bringing in Sergio Reguilon as a loan player where we're just covering his salary, and bringing in Bayanda, a dirt cheap backup goalkeeper as well, I've got to say, I don't think we will be signing any more players, but you never know, guys. I mean, stranger things have happened. You never know. Gungshi says 0. Sign a proper physio. Goodness me, we need a whole team of physios with how many injury-prone players we've got. None says Duncan. Hey, what's going on, G-Wolf United, my son? How you doing? Oh, he says 1 if a top striker can come. Great shout, Mr. Wolfster. Yeah, so we do need to get a striker in, don't we? We absolutely do. Like, if we don't, then it is a bit of a shambles because we've only got, of course, Rasmus Højlund there at the club who is capable of banging in the goals for us. The other players up top there, the other options, not good enough. We've seen Rashford struggle at number 9 lately. Sancho's not good for us at number 9, if you ask me. And then Tony Martial, well, he won't be fit enough long enough to even be a concern. He'll get injured soon, just like Rafael Varane. He's that kind of guy. So, yes, I'm with you there, Mr. Wolfster. We've got to get a striker in there, but I don't think we will. Johnny thinks we'll get 1 more. Maria says none. 1 up front, says Ian Pritch. Okay, well, this is why I was talking about the Scott McTominay situation. So, I think we could get a number 9, only if Scott McTominay somehow leaves before the end of the window. Now, if there is news, of course, about Fulham or another team perhaps going in and putting in a decent £30 million offer, say, for Scott McTominay, then I can imagine that, yeah, we've probably got a little bit of cash there to go and buy a £20 million forward player. But if that doesn't happen, I just cannot see it going down, guys. Cannot see it really materialising unless that is the case. I mean, look, we've probably done a little bit more than most of us thought we would on the final day of the window anyway. We've got Reguilon, which is a good bit of cover for left back. We've got injury concerns there with Luke Shaw and Malacia out injured. Big problems there, which needed to be addressed in the short term. He does have the option to go back as a, with a break clause in January. So let me just give you the updates on that very quickly, actually, before we go back into the latest updates on Amrabat. He's expected to be arriving in Manchester very shortly to conduct his medical. But David Ornstein this morning reported that Sergio Reguilon has signed Man United contract and final paperwork being completed before the move from Tottenham's confirmed, but it has now obviously been confirmed. He exits Tottenham on a season-long loan. There's no fee up front and no option to buy. There is a break clause in January. We will cover his full wages. I think that is also a fantastic piece of business from Manchester United. A sensational piece of business from us to get Sergio Reguilon in, just the short-term answer to the left-back injury crisis that we currently got. It's a brilliant piece of business, guys. It's not a lot of money. Obviously, it's none up front, and we're just covering his wages. And we can even send him back in Jan if we've got Luke Shaw and Malacia back fit, or Reguilon's absolutely gash. I mean, look, Reguilon's not the best, is he? I think he's decent going forward. He's not the best, but he is, I guess, a better left-back option than what we've currently got fit and available. Once Luke Shaw's back, and he's, you know, lifting weights and munching on those Frey Bentos pies and back to fitness, he'll be obviously the first choice again because he is a better player. Madhouse, thank you very much for your super chat here, bro. He says, which player, if needed, would you convert to a number 9? Wow, okay, well, I don't really want to convert anybody to a number 9. I'll tell you why, because Man United needs somebody who's a specialist in that position. We're always trying to do that, aren't we? You know, square pegs, round holes. It's absolutely gash. Why are we always trying to do that? I mean, I guess Jadon Sancho out of all of them, because I've seen Rashford play at number 9 a lot, and he's just not really got it. I don't even think Tony Marcio is a true number 9. I think he's a better winger than he is a number 9. Out of all of them, I guess we'd take a punt on Jadon Sancho, lad. But he's not the right candidate either. He's not a natural number 9 either. I think he's a better right winger. So it's not ideal. It's not ideal whoever you put in there. The idea is we shouldn't really be trying to get somebody to convert to a number 9 anyway. We should just have somebody who's a specialist. We should buy an actual number 9. Somebody who's a specialist, natural number 9 is what we should probably do. Thank you, Madhouse, for getting in here raw with that, though, bud. I appreciate you. Nice one, bud. Nice one. Okay. So, I'm just going to get into the live chat for a couple of minutes very quickly and see what you legends are saying about this Amrabat situation. But as I say, it does look like we're signing 3 players right now. We have got a big piece of business that suggests, you know, we are going to maybe stay there with probably Bay and Reguilon and Amrabat coming in. That's a big piece of business on deadline day for Manchester United, though. We'll get into the live chat in a minute, see what your Legends reactions is to the Amrabat transfer. Finally, it's happened. Finally, it's come. And it's been a long time coming, hasn't it? Been a long time coming. Hey, G Wolfster, thank you very much for the super chat. Get in there, my son. Oh, G Wolf, thank you very much for the super chat, lad. He says, who had the best window? Me, Brighton. Who you think, says G Wolf United? Ooh. I mean, that's a very good question. Who's had the best window? Let me have a little think about this. Do you know what? I think West Ham have had a good window, actually. I think West Ham have had a pretty meaty window. I've got to be honest. They've done well, haven't they? They've got a good few players in there. Brighton is definitely a good window as well. Absolutely. You're spot on there, bud. Beyond that, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, one of those maybe. Villa, says Robbie. Interesting. Forest, says Welsh Red. Fati is a great last-minute addition for Brighton as well, Jabber. Absolutely, yeah. Ansu Fati, that's a raw one, lad. Great shout. Us, says Pity Funk. It's definitely not us. Superstar, says Villa. Yeah, good shout. I mean, there's a lot of good teams, obviously. A lot of good players who've come into those teams and improved them. You're right. Good question, though, Wolfstar. I don't know. I mean, I'll probably say Brighton is a good shout, to be honest. Yeah, Brighton's a good shout. I mean, City has done well, John, to be honest. I hate to say it, but City have done well. They've signed a good few players, but, you know, they're just cheating bastards, so who really gives a shit? Chelsea, says King Boomy. Chelsea, says Nathan Phelps. Probably City again, says Dabo. West Ham. I agree, John Boy Cat. I do think West Ham have had a good window for West Ham. Red Devil says West Ham definitely had a great window. Can't believe we weren't in for Ward-Prowse. I know, yeah, I know. We could have done a lot worse than that. Great shout. They have done well. They have done well. So, United probably had about the 7th or 8th or 9th best window in the league. I think it's fair to say, you know, teams like Brighton, Villa, West Ham, City, Chelsea maybe have had better windows than Manchester United. Yeah, we've not had a great one, to be fair. Look, really, let's be honest, it's been quite an average, even with Amrabat, Bayender and Reguilon coming in on deadline day. As of right now, it's still a bang average window. Let's give this transfer window a rating out of 10, everybody. I'm going to start off and say a 4 out of 10. Now, you might think that's a little bit pessimistic, but you know what? This is a piss-poor transfer window, guys. I'm sorry to say. It's actually crap in the end. I was expecting a lot more. It's rubbish. It's so not on. We've ended up just, you know, getting rid of Tellez and bringing in basically another left-back who's just about the same sort of standard as Tellez, probably. Doesn't really improve us there. We've had injury problems at the start of the season here, which has hindered us, and we haven't really properly replaced in certain areas there. We've still got an issue at centre-back there, which means that Harry Maguire might even get in the team if Rafael Varane's out injured for 6 weeks. That doesn't help. We were not able to get rid of Maguire. We haven't been able to get rid of McTominay. As of right now, Greenwood is still here. We signed a new goalkeeper, which maybe wasn't the most necessary position to strengthen, although I think it is a good addition. We signed Mount for 60 million, big question marks hanging over him, lots of money that he's cost, and he's pretty bang average really, isn't he? 60 million pounds for Mount. Are we smoking the pipe? What's that all about? Crazy money that we spent on him. We haven't got a number 9. We haven't got a centre back. So it's a pretty bang average window, guys. We've not been able to move on the key melters, the key hangers on, such as Maguire and McTominay. And we haven't been able to sign in some key areas, such as number 9 and centre back, enough players that we needed. Yeah, we brought in Rasmus Højlund, and he's going to probably be a very good striker for us, but we should have got somebody else in that area as well. It's actually pretty poor, if you ask me. Bang average. 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10 at best. Very average. Thanks, everyone, for getting your opinions in there. But honestly, not a good window for Man United due to the fact that it's not just players that we've signed, it's also the inability to get rid of the big melter players, such as people like, such as Maguire. Sing Games has got a smartwatch today. Whatever can give it £300 junk with some rubber strap. I don't understand the use for accepting the time. I've got one here, mate. Didn't cost me £300, mate. I like it because it tracks my steps, it tracks my heart rate, it does my SpO2, and it's pretty decent, mate. But £300, man. What have you got on your arm? An Apple Watch or something? Bloody hell, mate, you're a baller, lad. Also, what's that got to do with anything, mate? We're talking about Manchester United transfers here. Here's Sing Games getting his thoughts written down in the live chat out loud, expecting me to read them out. What the fuck's that all about, mate? I don't, just for the future reference for everybody in the live chat, during transfer news shows, I'm not interested in any of your purchases, okay? Unless you are purchasing Manchester United a player, unless you are going to bring in a number 9 for us, unless Marcus Leonardo's on the agenda and you've actually done the business in, then please don't tell me what you've purchased today. Thank you very much. I'm just kidding. But anyway, right, okay, guys, keep liking the video, smash the thumbs up on it. It makes sense. Help us get to 200 likes for this show. Subscribe if you're new to this channel today as well. We're on here daily. We are creeping up in the old subscribers. Get in there, my son. So hit the sub up and drop a little bell icon smash as well. That way you'll get notifications. Okay, right, guys, let me cover some of the rest of the stuff that we've got going on. But before I do, Marky Wallace, thank you for your highlighted member comment and being a member for 14 months, my friend. That's a long time. Mark Wallace, thank you so much, you legend. I do appreciate you. Thank you so much indeed for all the support over the years. He says, not bringing in a second striker will show in the end. Certainly, I agree with you, Mark. Yes, yes, indeed. Not having a specialist up there is a problem for us. Because once Rasmus Højlund has any issues, you've seen him come in injured. We actually were so desperate to sign a player that we signed him injured. And you've seen what will happen if he gets injured. We won't have a proper number 9 to go up the top there to do the business, unfortunately. Because, look, Rashford, Sancho, Martial, they're all not really up to the task. They're not really great in that area. So I have to say, I do have to say that that's exactly what we should have got, and we probably will be found out at some point for not having it, especially if Rasmus Højlund gets an injury at some point soon. If he gets re-injured at any time throughout the season, we will feel it. I think that's fair to say. So we've cheaped out in a lot of different areas throughout the team this summer. Very poor indeed. Thank you, Sing Games. Yes, indeed. Retweet the stream, guys. It's linked at the top of the live chat there. Nice one. Right, okay. So let's cover the latest bits and bobs of news we've got as well, guys, and then we'll get back into the Amrabat stuff and see the updates that come out, particularly to see, about Amrabat's medical that could be happening very shortly. Obviously, it is going to be happening this afternoon. He's flying over. John says, Gvardiol will cook Højlund, says John. Do you know what? From now on, John, your comment privileges have been taken away, son. Please do not get your guff in here from any longer, mate. We'll see. But I don't know about that, lad. I mean, yeah. Gvardiol is a very decent signing, to be fair, and he looks pretty decent. Can he just go in and slot in and be good in the Premier League? We'll see. Højlund, I think you're underestimating Højlund. He's only 20. Give him a couple of years. The guy's going to be a don. Thank you, though, John. Sing Games is concerned about his heart rate being 64. He says, is that normal? Do you know what, Sing Games, mate? I know you've just got a new toy on your arm there, mate, but can you just keep it to yourself, bro? You know what I'm saying? It is normal. It's supposed to be between 60 and 100, mate. Mine's not normal. Mine's low as you like. But yours is normal, bud. Mikey, thanks for being a member 29 months, my friend. He says, Ten Hag has said there might be more twists to come. Okay, there may well be more twists to come, but the thing is that I think it's dependent on maybe us selling a player or two. So Scott McTominay is certainly a player that we could move on. Let's talk about this for a second then. Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood potentially going out of the football club as well, guys. Big news that surfaced this morning from people like Fabrizio Romano coming out and suggesting that Lazio were interested and looking currently at the prospect. Thank you, Mikey, for being a member 29 months, by the way. Fabrizio says Lazio have been offered the possibility to sign Mason Greenwood from Manchester United in the final hours of the summer transfer window. No decision has been made as of right now. Ooh, could you imagine if we can sell Greenwood before the end of the window? I didn't think it would be happening, but that'd be amazing if we could, because that can generate some good cash for us as well. Now, obviously, we don't know exactly what sort of a deal could be on the cards. Maybe it would be some sort of a loan capacity, but you know, if it is a permanent transfer, let's be honest, Mason Greenwood's got some good value to him, even with what's been going on. He's not worth what he was 18 months ago, obviously, because of what's happened, but he's still a 30 to 40 million pound player, in my opinion. Probably 30. I don't think we'll probably get much more than 30, but let's ask the live chat then, guys. How much do you think he's worth in terms of £1 million? Pound sterling right now, based on what's going on? How much can we get Mason Greenwood? Let us know in the live chat if it's to be a permanent transfer, which it probably won't be. I'd imagine it more than likely be some sort of loan deal with an option to buy, because they'd like to see how he would actually do over there, see if it's worth it, see if he's the same player that he was before all this stuff happened, and also just see if the fan bases of these particular teams are even going to warm to the idea of it after a little bit of time. You know, obviously there's going to be an initial backlash, whoever takes him on, but essentially, you know, it could well be forgotten about in a few months' time. If he just gets his head down, starts banging in goals for them, etc., then surely they're probably warm to the idea of taking him on permanently. So it might be some sort of loan with an option to buy, could just be a straight loan, or it could be a permanent transfer. 25 says Jan and Jim. Andrikos is going for 30 mil. Got to respect it. 15 to 20 says Jabba. 20 mil. Well, 20 mil is better than a kick in the anus for a player that we should basically be mutually terminating, or at least just paying him off to go. Prod by Palmaria says 30 to 40. 5 to 10 says Mark Wallace. 70 says Gattuso. We won't get anywhere near that, sadly. He would have easily gone for that before any of this stuff happened, but we won't get anything like that for him now. Johnny says 20. 17 million after what he's done, says Shadow Stoic. 3 million says Duncan. 15 to 20. That's the issue, really, guys. His reputation has been full-on tarnished. Tommy says if Mount is worth 60, then who knows? Well, to be fair, though, Mount's a nice guy, and he's not had allegations of anything dodgy going on. Mason Greenwood has obviously faced scrutiny from the press, the media, even the police and the law has obviously had their investigations going on. Obviously, he's never found guilty or anything, but the point is, there is a certain element of issues that represent themselves by taking on Mason Greenwood at this stage, which means that his value is just so low. I mean, I get it. Mason Mount is obviously gash, and we paid 60 mil for the guy, but we're not going to get anywhere near that, I don't think, for Mason Greenwood, just simply because of the fact that, yeah, he's got so many issues, and he's not worth it anymore. It's got too much baggage, so much baggage. 30 to 40 says Chuninho. 5 million if lucky, says Superstar. We've just got to basically accept whatever we can get. Yeah, Dan says 15 to 20 million if we're lucky. We've kind of just got to accept what we can get. The alternative is he just sits around, not training with the side, not playing with Manchester United at all this season, because Man United have already released a statement to say that he's not going to continue at United. So either he just sits around, does nothing, festers away, takes the money that we pay him every single week, and just stays here until we can maybe get a deal for him, or Man United have to terminate his contract, which means that you've got to pay off the remainder of his deal right now, and it ends up costing us a load of money. I believe he's got 2 years left on a deal with an option for a third year. He's on a reasonable whack of money every single week, so you're talking about having to fork out millions of pounds to get him gone. And then, after he's gone, he's fully entitled and fully able to go and sign for another team on a free transfer, and it will just help out another team. You know, so we might as well ask for some money for him. Even if we can get 15 million, 20 million, it's better than nothing. Especially when you consider sort of that he is very, like, hot at the moment. As in, like, he's got a lot of problems and he's not really... You know, he's not really going to be wanted by a lot of teams because of that. So it's quite hard to get rid of him, unfortunately. It's kind of like having this. What I would imagine this is like. It's like kind of like having the Mona Lisa that you've got into the Louvre and you've stolen the Mona Lisa. And you've got the Mona Lisa just chilling in your garage, right? But you can't sell it for maximum price, guys. You know, you can't go and float it. You can't sell it at Sotheby's. You can't sell it at maximum price, guys, because you fucking stolen it. It's got problems, this painting. It might be the Mona Lisa, but you're going to have to sell it to some dodgy dude for a cut price deal. Still get a significant amount of money for it, but you're going to have to sell it cut price. Basically, that's what he's like. Mason Greenwood is the stolen Mona Lisa right now of players. He's very difficult to move on. So that's the reality here. He might be a sensational, artistic sort of a player who's a sensational talent, 21 years of age, genius footballer, bags of natural talent, will go on and be fantastic. But unfortunately, he's got problems. He's been stolen, guys. He's had his career stolen away from him due to his own absolute disgraceful inadequacies and these allegations that were put against him. So I have to say, it's a big problem there, really. Mason Greenwood is... it's just too much trouble than he's worth, really. So if this is true, and Lazio are exploring this offer for him, or this deal for him, I say that's sensational. Just get some money that you can. Thank you, Mark Wallace. Yeah, 20 million quid, 25 million quid, 30 million quid, whatever you can get for him, get him gone. You was says more like The Scream. Edward Muncher's The Scream, mate. Absolutely, it is a bit like that, isn't it? Good shout, mate. Maybe a Salvador Dali painting. Who knows? Good shout. But yeah, maybe he is a bit more like Edward Muncher's The Scream. That's a good shout. Wasn't that actually stolen, I remember, a few years back as well, wasn't it? Good shout. That's a good call right there, mate. I like your style. But anyway, all I'm saying is he's a very artistic quality player, but we can't get what we want for him. Sing Game says we got 135 likes on this stream today. Thank you, every single one of you legends, for hitting that thumbs up button. Please do keep smashing the likes. Let's see if we can get 200 likes on the show this afternoon. Drop a little thumbs up on it if you haven't. That'd be epic. So yes, do smash the likes. Keep smashing the subscribes and have your say. Okay, right, guys, let me just cover the other couple little bits and bobs that we've got. So Mark Jurado is no longer a United player as well. Check this one out. So new update here that says that Mark Jurado leaves Man United as he's completed a permanent move to Espanyol. So we have got rid of a lot of players this summer. I can't quite remember the amount of, but I think it's probably about 11 players now that we've actually managed to move on this summer. So we have done some business moving players away from United and trying to recoup some cash, and just getting rid of some players I guess don't really have much of a future at Manchester United. Did look like a good youngster, but he has now gone. Gerardo, he played in pre-season for us a little bit. Youngster we got from, I think it was Barcelona we signed him from originally, wasn't it? But there's just no place for him in the side. He's not going to be breaking into the first team, so I guess it makes sense if we can't do that to, you know, to go. We've done the same with Anthony Elanga. We've got rid of quite a few players this summer anyway. So there you go. There's another one, guys. Gerardo leaves United. He's completed a permanent transfer away from the club. Also, just nothing to do with Manchester United, but Palhinha is a player that obviously United should have been looking at, but we didn't. And as you can see from this report from Fab today, Bayern have completed the agreement with Fulham for João Palhinha. All the documents are ready. João is in Munich set for medical tests after personal terms agreed on a 5-year deal. Green light to sign. All the contract will arrive once Fulham sign replacement. So, I mean, hopefully there's a possibility that Scott McTominay could be wanted by Fulham. We heard that yesterday, that they maybe were having some interest in him. They would also try to sign Sofyan Amrabat, but Manchester United getting the business done for Sofyan Amrabat in the end. So Fulham have to get somebody. They are looking at a few different players right now. I guess there's an outside chance that Scotty McTominay could be one of those players that they're looking to bring in. Mikey says McTominay or Højbjerg as his replacement, right? Yeah, that's what I mean. So hopefully there is a possibility that, you know, Bayern Palhinha has the knock-on effect that we can sell Scott McTominay to Fulham. That'd be excellent. That would really be quite excellent. So yeah, get in there, my son. Let's hope it's the case, guys. Let's hope McTominay could be sold to them. I think that would be a brilliant piece of business for Man United to be able to pull off before the window closes, to sell Scotty for 30 mil or something. And then maybe if we do that, we could possibly sign a number 9. That would be lovely. That'd be absolutely lovely. All right then, guys. So let me just do a rundown of what we discussed in this video. We're expecting there may be some more news that comes out, perhaps Sofyan Amrabat pictured arriving in Manchester or at Carrington, etc. over the next however long. But we will be on and off this stream, off this channel, on and off this channel multiple times today, guys, because obviously it's deadline day. So we'll do this video, and then look, if there's anything else that breaks a little bit later on, i.e. medical completions, done and dusted signings, i.e. Sofyan Amrabat signing on the dotted line, pictured with Ten Hag, two Baldy legends together, etc. We'll jump on and discuss it. But so we will be on and off this channel multiple times today. Plus we will be doing a nice evening show to run down the transfer news for the last few hours of the transfer window tonight. That's definitely going to happen. We're going to be on here for a good couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours tonight. So we'll be on and off this channel a lot today, guys. So little bits and bobs, bits of news, breaking news in regards to United we will be covering throughout. So make sure you are subscribed so you can get all the updates. Right, okay, so very quickly, let's go from the top of the show that we were talking about. Here we go for the main man, Sofyan Amrabat. It's been a long time coming, but finally he is going to be a United player, confirmed by everyone really, Fab, Ornstein, etc., that Sofyan Amrabat is a new Manchester United player, as revealed earlier. Here we go, confirmed. Loan deal on €10 million fee plus buy clause for June 2024 worth €20 million plus €5 million in add-ons. So a cracking piece of business by Man United. It's only cost us €10 million up front. Yes, we are going to purchase him in a year's time for €20 million, and then there's going to be €5 million in add-ons. But it's literally a total combined amount of €35 million, which is chump change really, especially when you only have to pay 10 up front. So fantastic piece of business for United. I guess it helps us adhere to FFP, which shouldn't be a problem, but apparently it is. So FFP obviously is something we have to adhere to, and this obviously helps us to do that. We've got Reguilon in on a salary covering basis only, no fee up front. So financially, the last couple of signings we made are really shrewd bits of business from us. But yeah, Sofyan Amrabat is expected to have his medical anytime now this afternoon. He's flying in from Florence. Fab medical tests. He said that Sofyan Amrabat is on his way to undergo medical tests as a new Manchester United player after the agreement's been reached. The deal is sealed between the clubs. More to follow about the details, etc., of the medical, and also about the deal in general. Get in there, my son. We also have a report that there was a private jet booked from Florence that was due to fly to Manchester Airport this afternoon from Samuel Luckhurst. He said that there's a private jet booked from Florence to arrive at Manchester Airport this afternoon. So expected that it will complete his medical very soon indeed, and will be announced as a Man United player very shortly. What we love about this deal is Sofyan Amrabat is basically a player that wants to play for Manchester United. That's why he's been patient and waited all summer long for Man United to get this deal done, which is awesome, obviously, because we want players who have that desire to play for us. He could have quite easily gone somewhere else. But as it is, he wanted to wait for Manchester United, and he's been rewarded for waiting for Manchester United. Now, he's got his move that he wanted. He clearly wanted Ten Hag at United, and I love that. I'm very happy that we got him. Get in there, my son! Sofyan Amrabat is a red. It feels so nice to say that. We've been singing his praises for a long time. He does look like a good signing. Great value, and it's basically worked out sort of the amount of money we thought it would do in the end, but not the loan upfront basis and etc. That is obviously a shrewd piece of business by Man United. Get in there, my son. So Sofyan Amrabat is a red. That's the big news of the afternoon. Beyond that, we're expecting maybe McTominay with no game time after Sofyan Amrabat comes in. Still might be a player that could be wanted by various clubs, as we mentioned Fulham a few moments ago. Because of the lack of game time we'll probably get, he might be open to leaving, and if there's a decent offer that comes in from a Premier League side or another side that's interesting to Scott McTominay, he may well elect to go. So he's still possibly saleable before the end of the window. Look, obviously we didn't mention this, but this is something that has happened as well. Fabrizio just confirmed earlier on today that official confirmed Altay Bayindir has joined Manchester United on a contract running until June 2027 with the option for a further year. So we've got another backup goalkeeper. We've basically got, of course, Onana, Heaton and Altay Bayindir as our goalkeeper options. I mean, who really cares about this? It doesn't really make much of an impact at United. Doesn't improve our first team, but there you go. It's good positive news. We have got a signing there, and it looks like obviously on deadline day we'll get at least 3 signings. May well be that we end up bringing in somebody else. Very doubtful, but at the moment, of course, we know that we've got guaranteed 3 signings. Sofyan Amrabat, Sergio Reguilon, and of course, Alte Bayender. Get in there, my son. Lovely stuff. So that's 3 signings on deadline day. It's still not enough. It's still a bang average transfer window, but it's better than a kick in the anus. And as we said, David Ornstein confirming this morning around about 7 or 8 a.m, whenever it was, that Sergio Reguilon is a Manchester United player now then. Sergio Reguilon has signed Man United contract and final paperwork being completed before move from Tottenham confirmed. He exits Tottenham on a season-long loan, no fee or buy option. Break clause in January, full wage covered by Manchester United as well. Get in there, my son. So, yeah, that's obviously done. That's a good piece of business for us as well, just to cover the injury problems that we've got at left-back. Happy days. Also, the other big headline of the morning, which is Mason Greenwood, surrounding Mason Greenwood, obviously leaving potentially. It does seem like there's interest in from Lazio. Maybe other clubs are interested in Mason. He's been offered to Lazio. Fabrizio Romano confirmed that himself to suggest that he has been offered to Lazio. Man United trying to move him on. So he said Lazio has been offered the possibility to sign Mason Greenwood from Man United in the final hours of the summer transfer window. Deadline day, no decision has been made as of now. So we'll see if he's possibly saleable. There's a lot of baggage associated with Mason Greenwood, so it might not be possible, but we'll see if that can materialise before the deadline is over. And also, Mark Jurado has left Manchester United. He's gone to sign on a permanent deal for Espanyol. That's basically the latest news, guys. Get in there, my son. Sofyan Amrabat is a red. I'm going to get into the live chat now for a bit of a Q&A. And as I say, we'll be on and off this channel many times today. We will certainly be covering all the latest transfer news for the remainder of the deadline day. So make sure you keep yourself locked in on the channel. Subscribe, click the bell icon so you don't miss the notifications. Follow us on the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and all those sorts of places as well. That would be awesome. Okay then, guys. So I'm going to get stuck into the live chat. Before I do, I'm just going to pop over to Twitter and shout out everyone that's given us a retweet. Big up all the retweeters. We've had 15 quoted retweets there, my son. Guy Legend, thank you so much for reposting the show. Get in there, you beauties. Thank you, every single one of you, for retweeting us. Aaron Homeyard, J United and Gaming, Boomy, Feline Fur, G-Dad Gamer, David Johnston, John Boy Cat, Transfers _UTD, Sin Games, Ryan Neeson, Wizzy Key, The Goat Richard Wisterpeck, Tommy Boyle, and Vincent Bullock. Thank you so much, you legends. I really do appreciate that. And Mr. Sims as well. Thank you, Mr. Sims, and everybody else there who gave us a retweet. That's much love to you guys. Thank you so much for sharing the show. It does help us out. Right, let's get into the chat for a few mins. We're almost at 200 likes as well. Keep smashing that thumbs up button if you haven't done. Help us get to 200 for this big breaking news video. And we will cover the live chat very quickly. DM'd you a great video of Amrabat shows by who will boss the midfield. Oh, thank you, Tommy Ball. I have to have a look at that, my son. Get in there, you beauty. Alan Bradford says he will stay. Reguilon gone by Christmas along with Ten Hag, says Kingslayer. Probably, not Ten Hag, but I don't really agree with that one, to be honest with you. But I certainly think that we'll probably send Reguilon back to Spurs in January. That's why we've got a break clause in there, because we'll more than likely be wanting to play Luke Shaw once he's back fit, you know. Any news on Marcus Leonardo? No news whatsoever. I don't think we're realistically going to go in for a striker, to be honest with you, Mark. And maybe if we sell Scott McTominay, we're hoping that can still materialise. Or Mason Greenwood. Look, if we get some money back for Greenwood, Greenwood's a forward player. If he does end up leaving and going to Lazio or wherever, surely we'll have a little try at trying to get a suitable replacement in. Yeah, get in there, Jimmy Watkins. Come on, mate. I think it's going to be a good bit of business for us. I think he'll be a good player for us. Only time will tell on that one, but he looks like he really wants to be here. He's waited for us, and he's a good technical player that should hopefully give us options. He can give Casemiro a rest sometimes and cover for Cassie, but he can also play alongside Cassie. Give us a more solid base to build off of. Pound on FC. Well, unfortunately, we are making very budget signings. It's true at this stage. You know, Reguilon just covering his salary. And also Sofyan only paying 10 million euros up front tells you a massive story about where United's at right now as a football club financially. It's piss poor, isn't it? Welcome to the Theatre of Dreams on Wenu. Get in there, my son. Yeah, get in there, lad. You hope not, but I would not be surprised if Erik ten Hag ends up fired, says Kingslayer. I don't know. I think pessimistic, to be fair. He had a very good season last season. We'll see. He's going to have to do at least what he did last season, though. The pressure's always on at United. It's still up in the air, isn't it? He's got to prove himself this season, just like last season. We've done this earlier, Ray UK. I asked the live chat. I gave it a 4 out of 10. I think the transfer window is only a 4 out of 10, to be honest with you, Ray. I think it's pretty pathetic, lad. Not a fan of it. Yes, that's going to be probably tonight or tomorrow, Duke of Rodtown. We'll see. I'm going to do one soon, though, Duke of Rodtown. Wind your neck in, mate. John Boy says, great signing, Amrabat. Yes, indeed. Travis says, Gash, are we going to wait for 4 weeks for Amrabat to play? Says Shane Oliver. Let's hope not, no. Tommy Boy says, Joe, Amrabat upper body strength and balance is old school. He's a real throwback hard man as well as the skin and ability. He could be a very special player. Sent you a video of why I think he'll boss it. Get in there, Tommy Boy. Yes, nice one. Thank you so much. I do think he's going to be rather like you say. I mean, I've obviously looked quite a lot of footage of him myself. There's passing ability, his strength, his he likes to tackle, great vision, great progressive passer as well. Not just somebody that keeps hold of the ball well, but somebody that literally sives opposition open with great through balls, great long balls. You know, he's got great vision and great distribution. So I think he'll be excellent, to be fair, lad. I look forward to having a look at that as well. Yeah, why are you saying Mike Ten Hag signing terrible? He's not good enough for your club, says John. Ten Hag obviously likes him for various reasons. Only Ten Hag knows how he's going to utilise him. I think he's a good squad player, would have been good for 30 million, but not really good for 60 million. It is a bizarre signing for that, to be honest. Vincent says, welcome to the Theatre of Dreams with all the things you want to touch are far away. If it says to be done with money for anything else, he is touchable. You what, Vincent Bullock, mate? Fair play to you, my son. Theatre of Dreams because Glazers must be half asleep making this cash signing. Don't be silly, Ryan. This is a great signing, mate. What are you talking about? You think Amrabat's a poor signing? I think Amrabat's an excellent signing, particularly for the money. There's no real risk involved for United here. Look, we've got a loan player coming in. Obviously, we're going to buy him in a year's time, but the overall cost of this deal is 35 million euros. It's chump change. He's not half the player of Mason Mount. No way. He's not half the player of Mason Mount, lad. But he's cost half as much. It's a fantastic piece of business by United. He's going to be an excellent addition to that midfield, lad. It is deadline day, DeLuna. Yes, it is indeed. Not too bad, Marchant. Thanks for asking, mate. I'm all good, mate. How you getting on? Just ate a whole pizza. Oh, Massey. You're making me feel hungry now. I've got to munch my breakfast. I haven't eaten anything yet. Got up earlier on today, guys. Pretty late, about midday. My brother was packing up his stuff. He's left now, guys. So my brother is no longer in the house. Might be his last time ever in the house as well, obviously, because we might have to sell up. Depends on a whole bunch of things, obviously. But we're sorting that out in a few months' time. Might be his last time ever in the house, guys. Pretty sad day today in that sense. Obviously, my brother's left. He's gone to a wedding, not in the local vicinity, and he's going straight to the airport from there. So, yeah, don't know when the next time I see my brother will be, but it's been a you know, nice seeing him, obviously, but he has gone. We had a great show last night with him on there, didn't we, guys? That was nice to do, and, you know, but there you go. There you go. Tommy Paul says, we've not done bad this window. Getting costs off the books. The less costs on the books, the better the sale proposition for prospective buyers. Hey, good shout, Tommy. We have managed to move on a lot of guff. Still, a couple of guff bags remain. It would be lovely if we could end the window with Maguire, McTominay and Greenwood going. Then the window would literally transform from a 5 out of 10 window to like an 8 out or a 9 out of 10 window. Seriously. Even just getting rid of players because they're just hangers-on, lingerers. Well, plus I think it would mean we'd probably go and sign somebody else before deadline day. Especially if we were able to sell like McTominay and Greenwood. I think we'd have to get a forward player in. Yellow cards incoming, says Bruce McIntosh. Mount is good, but only as a second cam. I agree, Jake. Yeah, he's going to be a good backup for Bruno, but 60 million for a backup to Bruno is pretty mad, isn't it? Secret Underdog, the gamer, says good stuff as always, Pig. Thank you very much indeed. Getting in there. The comment is blocking the tweet. That's fine. That's fine, Mark. Don't worry about it, lad. It's all good. Akshay says, well, we'll get battered on Sunday, says Akshay. Yes, no, we're going to batter Arsenal, mate. What are you talking about, lad? What are you talking about? Chip Mandarang says, brother, Greenwood leave. We need another centre forward. Totally agree. We do need to get a player in 100% very soon if Mason Greenwood leaves. Just looking at Maguire, even if he's not playing, makes me sick. Good shout there, Massey. No, I'm not. I don't know, Madhouse. I need to find somewhere to live potentially if that's the case, mate. But, you know, that's life, isn't it? J United says, sorry to hear, Pig. Best of luck to you. Thank you so much, but I appreciate that. You're not confident for Sunday. We're going to batter them, mate. Come on. We're going to batter them. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you know it. Will Maguire be in the squad? Probably will be, mate. If we can't sell him, of course he will be. Of course he will be. Your loins are predicting a draw against Arsenal Hollanders. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst result in the world, would it, Don? Would it, Mr. Don Gungshi? No. Okay, anyway, guys, right, I'm going to have to wrap this video up now then, but as I say, we will be on and off today, so make sure you do smash the subscribe, click the bell icon for notifications. That way you will receive a notification when we're about to go live. So please do that. Make sure you drop a cheeky little like on this video before you go. Come back afterwards and have your say on anything we've discussed in this video. In fact, I'll give you 10 minutes. Anybody who comes back after this video has finished and comments on this video will be entered into the giveaway for the 3 t-shirts that we're giving away at some point. Listen, tonight's going to be a very busy night, so I don't know if I will be able to draw it tonight, but if we can't draw the winners tonight, definitely tomorrow. I haven't forgotten about it, guys. It's coming. But come back after this video is finished in the not live comment section and comment something about Amrabat. You got to comment something about Amrabat. Comment something about Amrabat after this video is finished and you will be entered into the giveaway, guys. Okay? Thank you, Gungshi. Get in there, you legend. Thank you to all the moderators, all the members and everyone for getting in here today. We have signed another player. 3 players today on deadline day. Reguilon on loan. Alte Bayender, backup keeper. And Sofyan Amrabat in a tremendous piece of business, really. So, great stuff, but we obviously need a lot more. Luan, France, that's Gash, isn't it? Oh, my goodness me. Click the bell icon, set it to all. Maybe unclick it and re-click it. I don't know. But yes, good to see you though. Thank you everyone getting in here. I appreciate you very much indeed. Come back afterwards. Comment to enter the giveaway. Comment with your thoughts and opinions about this Amrabat signing and what you think about it and how you think of the deadline day deals in general. And also make sure you subscribe, like the video, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch and Kick at Flying Pig United. Everyone have a great afternoon. Piggy loves you. And remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, as this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much.